Hi, I'm Katherine Skaggs, and I'm here to bring a inspirational energy for love on Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2023. What do the cards have to tell us about love? Well, one of the things I want to talk about is love as a frequency. It vibrates at 528 hertz. And we have discovered what mystics, shamans, and saints have said for many, many eons is that this frequency of love heals. Scientists today, from Dr. Leonard Horowitz to Candace Pert to Dr. Emoto, all know that love creates, as does fear. So let's see if we can move into the frequency of love, 528 hertz, as we do this reading about love. And what do we need to know as we enter into the realm of love on February 14th, 2023? Whether you have a beloved in your life, partner type beloved, this energy is always available to bring you light and love and good energy that helps you live your life with a full heart. And if you need healing, if you need to have guidance and energy frequency that restores your heart, that restores your body, well, this is the frequency we want to drop into. It's the frequency that is coming from the light of the sun. Literally, this vibration is coming from the sun into our bodies, into the earth, into the plants, into the animals. So Qigong is very much based on connecting to this life force. So sun salutations and energies that we engage the sun can help you on this day and any day of your life to bring in these energies. Breathing the oxygen in the air, I want you to imagine that it carries this frequency. Very much right in the center of your DNA is this frequency of light that is healing and restorative. So let's tune in that this reading is about bringing that energy into us, that this energy is already available to us in our field, or the quantum field, and that it's very much about who we are. So what is it like to come back to the frequency of love, that our inner beloved is illuminated, as well as our relationships, whether it be with an individual or many people on this planet, that we can come to the healing energy of love that transforms our worlds and raises our consciousness. So guess who's in the center of our spread? Kuan, the goddess of compassion and mercy. So she tells me that we need to simply go inward to this energy of this green healing energy of the heart space, of the heart chakra, to that vibration of compassion and mercy, that is the true energy of love that lives within us, that's being offered to us right now as we move into this Valentine's Day, that we possibly can give it to ourselves, and from that place we can give and receive it with another or many others. So there's very healing energy that we're in right now, and it's a good time to take advantage of the deepest love that resides within us, is divine love. And that this love helps us to give birth to our new ideas and ways of being. The Mother Earth card is that of birth and fertility. So whatever you hope to dream up this Valentine's Day or any time in your near future, go to that place of love within yourself and then put it with your intentions, your hopes, and your dreams, and know that that is the power that gives life. That is the power that you birth new experiences from. And this heart medicine of love also affects our thoughts. It affects the way that we are in the world, that we're in the energy of love, we're more inspired, we're uplifted. If we are outside of love, we fall into depression and unhealthy states of being. That's literally proven with science now, besides what the mystics have said for eons. So the third card that has to do with who we are in regards to this love energy is a place of balance between our inner selves and our conscious waking mind. That within our deep inner spaces we can access that love and bring it through our presence in this world. And that it is something we can do with intention and clarity. So, what's the big picture of this Valentine's Day and the energy of love in our lives right now? What's the important thing that we need to know and understand to integrate into greater harmony and love in every part of our lives? We have the moon card that's present in this reading, telling me that we need to go within to our lunar subconscious selves. She also is a card of fertility. She's a card of springtime and new beginnings. So in the big picture, it is time to go within to the power of that light, the power that gives life force, and to know that that is what's guiding us, and that is what is the most important thing of all our activity on earth, is that if we can access that frequency and that energy of light and love within us, we can create a new earth. We can create new relationships. We can heal that which has been broken and dissonant. We can return to a vibratory state that truly gives new life wherever we are. And that's the healing our planet and humanity needs right now, is that force of love that is vibratory and transformative at the deepest, most expansive levels. The next card we need to look at is our creative self. You know, this child of fire is the creative force of our imagination, curiosity, that gives us the fire and the passion to create anew. So that fire energy is really important for us right now to flame up those heart spaces, to go into the purity and essence of a child, the curiosity and the wonderment. How fiery can that heart be, and how can we bring that fire into all of our life? We have a warning card in the big picture. As we bring up this fire, we bring in this light at these higher frequencies of 528 hertz. And we move that into our relationships. We move it into how we create, how we heal, every part of our being. We may be bringing up the fire needed to transform the negative aspects of our personality and our life. Any places of destruction that we've turned against ourselves. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. That this is up for us to heal. So it's important. We need to go within. We need to connect to these frequencies, to play them with music, to light frequencies, sound frequencies, our intentional frequencies that bring us in to heal any parts of our broken, traumatized, karmic situations that are vibrating at lower frequencies. Let's put those in the fire of the heart, the sacred heart, and we will change how we are, and the joy in our lives will expand. So the next three cards have to do with what are our lessons as we dive into greater frequencies of love. What is it that we need to know and to shapeshift so that we can expand in this energy? We have the Crow Woman Sacred Fire card in the Mythical Goddess Tarot, telling us this is a time of going within, but also knowing that what is sacred law or universal laws as we dive deeper into the frequencies of love through our curiosity, through meditations with 528 hertz music, with sound frequencies, sacred geometries, in our intentional spaces within our meditations and our hearts, is that we're able to access what is truly ours from a divine level. That this is given to us, that within the mystery of all life lies this life-giving force that we want to bring out of the shadows and bring very much into the sunlight, which is part of where that energy is expressing from. And we want to catch that energy to live in greater balance. So this being a goddess card or a higher arcana in the deck tells us this is a spiritual quest that we're on, to go within and to catch these vibrations and to navigate them with greater mastery in all of our lives, that we actually are one of the conduits for that energy to come into this world. And that it's really important, and it's time for us in our evolution individually, but also collectively, to go to this higher frequency that is truly of love. It's a time of new beginnings. It's a time that our lessons are to be open and curious, to be honest, and to know that we're protected in this frequency of love, that anything is possible as we navigate our world with this frequency running through our very blood, and that it's available. So it's important that we find our tools of how to access it through our voice, through sound and music, through color and light, and through our very intentions with how we live our life. The big thing that we need to sacrifice here is our mental confusion. Well, how does that work? And oh my God, are you sure that's true? Any place that you're not clear about the energy of love in your life, it's time to put it into the frequency of that energy that will calm your mind. It will help take away the confusion and put you right back in your heart space, and then you'll know where to go and what to do. So this is a piece that I'm going to say is what we need to sacrifice to the energy of love, is the mental lower frequencies that are born of fear and trauma and misunderstandings, and to put that right into that vibration of love to shapeshift our lives and to come more clear what it's like to live as an open-hearted being. It's not only metaphorical, it's literal in how we can live our lives. All right. The next three cards have to do with what action do we take this time of Valentine's Day, of the time of beloveds and sharing and intimacy. Well, now, some of us may not have an external partner to play with on Valentine's Day or through the other parts of our lives. So it's important to know that within us is a beloved, our inner beloved. And how do we access that energy to live in harmony and joy, whether we're in a relationship, committed partner or not? It's there for all of us to work with. So on this Valentine's Day, one of the things we need to work with is any way we feel isolated from others. What an interesting card to pull up. If you feel alone because you don't have a physical partner, or if you feel alone because you've got other things to do, or you just can't go out right now to be with others, this card is like the card of practice for the artist. It's like, oh, it may be time to go in the studio and paint where you're not in the crowd, or to go into meditation, or practice at the piano to become better. This is a time of reflection that you may know that you are enough even when others are going and doing things you might want to be a part of. It's time to be in balance with your mind and your attitudes about who you are in relationship to others right now. Embody and work with this frequency of 528 hertz, the idea of compassion and mercy for yourself, unconditional acceptance. And from that place, you'll be able to go out into the world to be with others in a higher, more inspired place that is filled with love. An interesting action to take is to be mindful. Before you go, jump into crowds of people. Know yourself, be true to yourself, and love yourself. And from that place, you'll find that expression of love with all else. Now is a time to honor the sacredness of all life, that you are a sacred being, that everyone you know actually is too, no matter how they act. So be in ceremony this Valentine's Day with yourself or with others to celebrate life, to purify your heart, to purify your energy with fire, to be able to let go of anything in the past that's not love, and to come into a place of unconditional acceptance and love for yourself and for the world around you. You may want to use prayer and activities that help you be in a sacred vibrational container, an altar space, a meditation space, or a space where you are consciously, intentionally bringing one other into your vibe to celebrate both of your beauties and your sacredness, and to lift that up. Now, one of the interesting things that also shows up is the Crone of Seas. This is an emotional suit card, the water suit. And this crone means there's deep wisdom from having gone through difficult challenges in the emotional world. So if you have been one who's suffered in your heart spaces or emotions because of disappointment or loss, it's time for you to come into the frequency of love, to honor what you've experienced, and to bring the power and the wisdom forward into a greater capacity to love and to be loved, and to practice that, to know that you have a great deal of wisdom, that you've been tempered through this journey of life, and to let the true energy of love hold you and hold all in the world around you. It may be time to heal on this holiday. All right. What's our outcome as we sit in this frequency of 528 hertz in love? As we consider that within our very heart spaces, is our very physical hearts, is an energetic space with the capacity of this frequency to expand into every part of our worlds as we are willing and curious about how to do so. So when we sit in this frequency of love, we're going to become more clear about what we want to create. It's going to help us focus. Literally, the vibration focuses and calms our minds. We've got scientists who've proven that. I've got an article I'm posting on my website that tells us more about this. And that mystics have taught us that as we sit in that energy that is peace-filled, that is uplifting, our mind is not cluttered or ADHD or distracted. It is absolutely clear. That helps us create. It also tells me that as we work with this frequency and energy with intention, everything in our physical reality has greater harmony and success. This is a card of great abundance, knowing that all is given to us and that we are moving into greater energies of love actually helps us manifest and create not only our heart's desires, but true physical, financial abundance. Our world is pretty afraid right now financially with all the mishaps and craziness that's taking place. As you and I each tap into this frequency of love, I want you to work with it to know whatever projects you put your attention on, you're going to manifest with great love and prosperity. They go hand in hand. They are not separate. The more love you experience, the more love you give, the more love you receive, the more financial abundance and well-being you have in every part of your life. So work with that this time and see what happens. This frequency of love is going to change your perception of who you are emotionally and the world around you. When you operate in this frequency of the heart space that's open, it changes how you filter your reality, how you see and feel and sense. You know, I had a car accident 4.5 years ago, and through a lot of these times of healing, I was dealing with clearing trauma in my body. I had a concussion. My mind wasn't right. My body wasn't right. I had some chronic inflammation and pain taking place, and it was very difficult for me to drop into the feeling of love. When I had loving, compassionate, understanding people around me, it helped me feel more of that frequency. And many of the modalities I worked with were vibrational light sound frequencies that helped me to heal, along with sacred ceremonies and things like that. And I became aware at some point that when I was having hard times and anger and frustrations, I literally was cloaked in trauma frequencies that were not the loving vibrations of an open heart, where I felt like Katherine. And so I had to diligently do various healing modalities with somatic healing and sound and light vibrations that helped me restore that frequency, and my body responded. And my perception of what was happening changed in my life. So work with love frequencies, vibrational energies, and you will discover your heart shift, and your perception, both emotionally and mentally, will change to one that brings greater harmony. Your psychic abilities through the filter of love will give you greater understanding to potential possible. That's awesome. What is it like to live in possible instead of dread? So if that makes any sense to you, take this and roll with it this February, the month of love as we define it because of Valentine's Day. But most of all, how can you bring this energy into your life? Go on YouTube. There are many sounds and songs and light frequencies on YouTube and many other places on the internet for 528 hertz, the frequency of love, and do some meditations with this. Play the music in the background of your life. Work with compassion and kindness. Meditate on those words, and you'll get to the frequency of love beyond the intellect and into your heart and body and surroundings. May this energy bless you this February and every single day of your life. This is Katherine Skaggs signing off with the Mythical Goddess Tarot and the vibration of love. My heart to yours.